Okay, and welcome to day 8 of the breathing practice challenge. Today, this week, indeed, we've been doing kind of lengthening the breath. Now, that's probably likely what we're going to be doing today because we're looking at the so-called coherence breath, the optimum level for health and well-being of the breath ratio. Broadly speaking, we're looking to the in-breath and the out-breath being the same. And we're looking to that length for the in-breath and the out-breath to be 6. So breathing into the count of 6 and breathing out to the count of 6. We're doing that to kind of also feel a sense of rebalancing, for the body. What I'd like us to do today, and again, obviously you can just disappear at any point, but to do a longer session just to see whether you can get to a stage where you're really feeling that the breath is very it's very smooth and almost becomes quite natural. I know there's going to be counting in there, so I know there's something imposed over that naturalness, but so it just feels more just part of your being that you can just do this. So it can become a little bit more of a familiar process. So most of us, obviously, when we're moving around, whether we're talking, whether we're eating, whether we're running, whether we're angry, whether we're sad, whether we're happy, our breath will change with all of those activities. So there isn't, in reality, a constant breathing pattern, if you like. We adjust to our situation. But if we can spend a little bit of time at least getting back and rebalancing everything out to get this calmer, more stable, deeper breath, then it's really good for our well-being. Okay, so let's rebalance a little bit here. So as you can tell, I'm sitting down and I've got a bolster support, which means that this allows me to feel comfortable. It won't be comfortable for everybody in the knees, and it won't be comfortable for everybody to be at this height. So please sit down on something that's comfortable for you, that allows your spine to feel like it can be self-supporting ideally, or at least without any discomfort or pain and without any collapse as much as possible. Somewhere for the hands to rest. Okay, and as usual, you can do anything. You could do this lying down, you could do this standing. So we're going to start with just noticing our natural breath, and then at some point I will bring a count in. Now, if 6 is too much, switch me off and do your own count, which might be to 4 or to 5, but you're working your way up to around 6 if you can. I will start with the counting so you can follow, and then I will be quiet to allow you to do your own counting in your head. See if that helps. So you will drift, even though we concentrate on a breath count, your mind might still be going off on its jolly conversations about what we're doing, or what you're going to do next, or what you've been doing previously. So part of the practice with any breathing practice is to come back to that inner felt quality of the breath. I'm going to suggest that it's more of a nose, sense of the nose breath rather than the belly, but please do either. So if we're doing that 6 count, the likelihood is we're doing diaphragmatic breathing to achieve that. So the belly will be anyway expanding and contracting. Okay, too many words. And again, last word before we start is, if you can do all the breathing through your nose, that's great. If if there's issues with the sinuses, then clearly you're going to have to do a little bit of a mix and match. Okay. So finding your seat, or finding your feet if you're standing, or finding the weight through your back if you're lying down. So just connecting with the ground for a moment to get that sense of support. When you're ready, if you're happy to close the mouth, close the mouth. If you're happy to close the eyes, or just look down so you don't have too many distractions. So just see if you can notice your breath now. Can you find it? Can you find it coming through the nostrils? So that cool air coming in through the nostrils and slightly warmer air coming out. If you can't and you're more comfortable with the belly breath, you could take your hand to the belly or feel it on the close. As we've been doing, subtly introducing a count of what your natural breath is. So just knowing what it is. Extend the breath if you can, a little bit more, the length of the breath. So see how close you are to a count of 6. Yeah, so you might be just up to 4, you might be up to 5, you might already have got to 6. So if you know you can't get anywhere near to 6, then you're best to stop the record, stop the play, and do your own count now. So whether it's 4 or 5, and just see whether you can work over the next few minutes up to 6. And maybe you can, maybe you can't. So it shouldn't create any anxiety or stress. It shouldn't feel forced. It should be a gentle breath. So I know the temptation is, I will get to 6. Was that just me? Or you might strive to kind of really sort of push the breath. You're wanting to kind of invite it and gently engage with the breath lengthening. Yeah, so all this is designed to be gradual and gentle and where you're at. So if you're close to 6, then I'm going to count with you for a number of cycles. And then I'm going to just hand it back to you where you might go and change the breath count or stick with it if you can. So let's get our coherence breath going. Supporting the heart, supporting the lungs, supporting the circulation. Supporting the opportunity for the body to heal a little bit more, maybe even. Let's rebalance. So joining me when you can. So I'm suggesting you take an in-breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take an out-breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In-breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out-breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In-breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out-breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In-breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out breath. So starting your own count now. Yeah, so if you lost it, then finding it again. So there might become a time when you feel really aware what the length of the breath needs to be, and you don't need to count it anymore. And that you can just every so often check it out. So you've got the count if you want it in your own head, out loud or quietly in your own head. You can feel like, okay, I can gauge this now without the count. And bring the count in just as a check. Kind of balancing our energy with the in-breath and the out-breath being balanced. So an opportunity to relax any tension in the body on the out-breath. Any tension around the eyes and the throat, the jaw. And using the in-breath to just bring that kind of wakefulness quality. Focus. Three more rounds. So you've done around 3 cycles, just let the breath be. Yeah, so no controlling. So it might feel more restful now after the breathing practice. It's possible that it brought you down if you were kind of very energized. It's possible that it's brought you up if you were kind of sleepy. I hope it's brought you a sense of just rebalancing things, systems in the body. As we kind of rebalance inside, that can have an impact on thoughts and feelings. Okay, so if your eyes are closed, please open them. Let's just have a little bit of movement of this sway from side to side, whether you're sitting or standing. Just loosen up the spine a little bit, the side sway. Sweep the arms up if you wish to. Okay, so we'll finish there. Thank you for breathing. And that was a longer session. So you may find that you need to not do 6, that you need to do 4. And that might be it for a while. You might be able to move up to 5. You might be able to get to the so-called perfect 6. That really is a great self-regulator for the system. Okay, go well, and I will see you on day 9.